Because for you to use the fact that prior to printing, it means you already tell me print. But before you print, come up to me. There is nothing in our paragraph that indicated that money should be printed.
The essence of this exercise, excuse me, the essence of this exercise is to know the facts. Everybody will have the opportunity to ask questions if you so desire.
Welcome. Welcome to a regular Friday edition. Freedom Hub on 87.9. This is Junkies Morris, a regular Friday presenter of the Freedom Hub. Welcome, folks. Welcome. Today on the first segment of the edition, we will be with honor hosting the Managing Director of the National Housing Authority. That is the head of the NHA. Honorable Bishop Dr. Sylvia Coffee Brown. She will be drilling us through as it relates to the NHA. While on the second segment of the program, our guest will be the representative of District Number 4, Nima County, Honorable Kompu L. Kagon. We will be discussing with the platform as it relates to developmental issues that are being engaged by the government in his district. So for the sake of time, we go strictly to our guests. Welcome, madam.
Thank you for the invitation. It's been long coming, but at least today we're here. Thank you for inviting me. Last Friday, you invited me, but last Friday was my birthday.
Sure.
So I'm happy to be here today.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Basically, Mom, we've invited you to this platform, Freedom Hub, based on the fact that our people will have to know as to happenings in the cycle of government. Since we are public servants, from that angle, it is incumbent upon us to provide the necessary information that they need to know. Because as you may be aware, the issue of disinformation and misinformation continue to play in the public glare. And as the managing director of the National Housing Authority, or an institution that we will be focusing today, we want to know on this platform. And since our people are listening, we want to know as to where you took the National Housing Authority from and where we are today and where we are headed. So on that basis, we want to know first of all as to where was the National Housing Authority before you became the managing director?
Well, government is constant. Government is continuity from one, managing director to another managing director. I think it is our job to, you can meet a place. I mean, you can leave a place the way you met it. You have to, enhance the operational ergonomics of that place for it to be better than what it was before. And sometimes you have to plan, um, you if there's a, when the institution is established, so that's a foundation all by itself. The work that we do, comes in from one managing director to another managing director.
Okay.
And it was established in 1960.
Okay.
And to the time I took over, we only had 2,180 housing units.
Okay.
And so we needed to take it to the next level. So I took over. This is my third year.
Okay.
And of course, we're in a time of financial constraint, not only to our country, but also, all around the
globally.
world. Yeah, global. So we have to be innovative. So our act says that, we expect the public operations with the money-making government to give us funding.
Okay.
The Social Security, Port Authority, NOCAL, all of those places. But, everybody's tight. So we have to find innovative ways to make, to be able to, get money. And the best way, we're not restricted from, sourcing money from investors as well. So lately, since, we understand the situation with government, that they aren't able to give us that money that we need, some way, somehow, we were innovative by bringing in investors. When you bring in investors and you've built, you make some profit. When you make that profit, you can also build mass housing units for, disadvantaged people, so they can pay. They can build at, they can pay at a very minimum rate. So right now, we are in a case where we're constructing in collaboration with our investors.
Okay.
We have not come to the stage of profit making, though the money is, the operation is, is at a projection where we know that we'll get money.
Okay,
Certainly.
so basically, I think you are driving at what I read in the papers concerning the land authority of our country that is responsible or cloud with the responsibility to regulate land acquisition and all of that. And basically, what I read, it means that a land that was given to the people of the township of
Joazon?
Joazon.
Mhm.
Okay, madam, I think you have authority on that since you are the managing director. The people of Joazon, a land that was given to them, and they subsequently turned over that land to the Ministry of Defense.
Mhm.
For the purpose of developing the land.
Mhm.
Since basically what you constructed behind there was something that was constructively being jealous on by the people who think that development should happen to this country. Basically, they thought that that land was going to be appropriate, that the National Housing Authority take over that land in terms of developing it through the Ministry of Defense, since the community people have already given the land to the Ministry of Defense. So on that basis, we think it was a very good idea by the community dwellers. But where are we as it relates to that particular arrangement?
Okay, where we were anyway, that land is a blessing for us, because when we had our housing forum in, I think it was 2019, the first one, we had investors that joined us. So right away we took, we took we took several projects.
Okay.
Along. We have one now at Jungle Farm
Okay.
near Roberts Field,
Okay.
and then we have another one, Tower Hill. But the one at Jungle Farm, the houses were so beautiful that, instead of being in the back, they wanted
take
it
the
in
front.
the front. Yes.
Okay.
So EBK Barrack was one, opposite was one of the, the best places. And so we signed up with the Ministry of Defense.
Okay.
The reason being is that there was some kind of land crisis in the stand to be corrected in the Drazon area.
I think that was
Yeah,
the former
yeah.
President Ellen Johnson's
Yeah. So
living
when it
regime.
was, when it was harmonized,
Okay.
the Ministry of Defense
Okay.
became the custodian of the land. Say, that the land for the townspeople, but they are the custodian for it. So,
Okay.
to bring development.
Development.
And so Ministry of Defense had two things in mind when they engaged, National Housing Authority.
Okay.
One of it was that, it will benefit the townspeople since they are they are the custodian.
Mhm.
But whatever proceeds we had will go to the Ministry of Defense,
Okay.
and they will, do corporate social responsibility for the townspeople.
Sure.
That they have a battalion that does,
those
all the
works.
different kinds of stuff. So it was good. So in that way, because sometimes you give the money to the townspeople, that would be, a whole lot of bickering
Okay.
among them. So it was good. Number two is that people are in the army, when someone works in the army for 10 years, for 15 years, at the end of the day, you want to have a house. You understand me? A place to say, well, this is where I put my money.
Okay.
Okay. So one of the things that will benefit the military, now we're not giving them free houses, but if they, some of the depending on salary,
Okay.
depending on your salary, you pick the house that belongs to you,
Mhm.
but there will be a percentage, that will be taken off.
Which will be minimum in concert with your living standard.
Definitely, government didn't give us money to build houses for military,
Uh,
but with the fact that the military is the custodian, not the owner of the land, but the custodian of the land.
Sure.
But then also know that the economics have also changed. Now we have, when the land was given to defense, we didn't have a land authority.
Okay.
And land authority came to being
after that.
After that.
Okay.
So some way, somehow, we are government people. We're if you're head of institution, you're a problem solver.
Okay.
We're not anti each other.
No.
We are support of each other.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we went to the 2 years ago. The land authority. Is it managing director or the head of the land authority?
The head of the land
we had a
authority.
meeting, and
The commissioner.
and some way we had concluded that, well, even if they gave us a deed,
Okay.
we have to have a deed because our investor signed up, has a legitimate contract with the National Housing Authority.
Because I read in the paper that there is a memorandum of understanding between you and the investors
yes.
that should be.
So therefore,
developing
the
such
development, deeds should be given to us, so
Okay.
that when the houses have been, bought, then
Okay.
we will issue deed
Okay.
to any Liberian that buys, the house.
So
Then
I think what you are explaining is clearly beneficial to revenue generation.
So when we deed a land, 10% come
Okay.
to us.
Sure.
While we are constructing, actually 3% of the investment cost is supposed to come to us.
Okay.
That is an innovative way to be able to run the institution without running government down. So you got to think strategically.
Okay.
So well, up to now, we've been back and forth, with the land authority, but I think, we'll come to an amicable conclusion so that we'll be able to start, because right now we've constructed about 200 housing units there, and most of them have been bought.
Okay.
So we got to come together to, solve the problem so that we'll be able to, deed those people, and then revenue will begin to come to us. Because remember, we are, sometimes we complain a little bit, but we are public corporation. Public corporation is supposed to make money, for, and also contribute to the national budget.
Okay.
So when we've come to these, when we have strategically, put together, a project, then we are supposed to harmonize and organize among ourselves so that because we're ultimately our job is to what to project the government positively, to also be able to facilitate the Liberian people.
Okay.
So number one, let me just quickly say that we aren't taking anything away from the townspeople where we will not be able to give them back.
Okay.
They will also benefit too. This was also, we had this in mind. So we're just waiting now when Land Authority has done the due diligence, they will release the.
Because, Madam, what I read in the papers.
Which paper you read? So
the New Dawn. It clearly speaks to the fact that your innovative action in terms of what we are discussing, especially the essence of your appearance today, would be to benefit our people, all of our people.
Yes.
To give them the livelihood they deserve.
Yes.
So, in my mind, what do you think is the hindrance for this particular thing to come to fruition?
No, it's not really. I mean, the houses are built. When you pass in there, you see the houses that they're built. And we have some also in Jungle Farm too. But there's so much encroaching, so much.
But specifically, this particular land that should be developed by you, a land that was given to the community by the former President Ellen Johnson regime. And that land was transferred to the Ministry of National Defense on the basis of developing it. What do you think is necessary, since indeed you've already gone into an MOU with the Ministry of National Defense before getting to your investors?
The National Defense is in the right place. Where I'm saying that they are the custodian for for the townspeople at the time the case was being adjudicated, during those days.
So it means you don't have any issue with the Ministry of National Defense?
No, I do not have any issue with
the issue here is
for Land Authority to give us the deed, to provide a deed to us because we do housing, but our agreement with Ministry of Defense still stands because, again, unless the townspeople decide they don't want to give them, legitimacy, but it's already been done. And again, it's because of the townspeople, to bring development to their township. That's why the Ministry of Defense, went into this year. The Land Authority is for land. They're supposed to look into it and say, well, we've already started. So they will give us the land with the acquiescence of the Ministry of Defense. And that was in the inception, that was what we had agreed upon. So I think we're in the right direction. I don't know, unless otherwise.
So are we on the right footing with the Liberian Land Authority?
Well, I had a meeting with the Liberian Land Authority. Everything seemed to be positive, unless something negative again. We are problem solver. We work with one goal.
Okay.
So unless something adverse, happen, and then. But as far as I'm concerned, we had a very good meeting, and in that meeting, we had come to the conclusion that the development deed would be given to National Housing Authority. We will still give the percentage that belongs to the military. We give it to them because the military is the custodian for the townspeople. These things are very easy. If we don't bring ego into it, we need to be submissive to know that we're working for the Liberian people. And and even if there was some mistake or some error, we are there to fix things.
We are comrades.
We are comrades. We are buddies. We have one projection. So that's where we are. It will benefit the housing unit. Will benefit those who are working, can afford the proceeds from it, can also benefit. Because right now we have in VOA we have housing. We have a housing project that the government was constructing for the people of West Point. So it's not completed yet. But too much vandalism is going on there, and we want to protect government's assets. So what we do is that we make each person who is a beneficial
of such
that
projects,
place, to take custody of the place, just so they can be the security of their own, benefits.
How many persons are we serving there?
It's a little bit more. During that time, Energy received a listing for about 60 people, and also, but it didn't include the leadership there.
Meaning 60 family
I don't
heads?
think that was fair, but there are also other, other people, and there's some people who are with us too, who are just making $85, their take-home pay.
Okay.
And they live in West Point, and Slipway.
Okay.
And you can't cook rice and not eat some,
Mhm.
So, and for security purpose too, we
Okay.
give them a few, of those houses to say, so that they can also keep their eye, on the project.
So, Ma'am, do you give those houses to people based on their disposable income?
It's not income, it's they were affected.
Okay.
They were affected because of sea erosion.
Okay.
And those people, if let's say if people are affected and government build houses for them, it is to benefit them. It's a giveaway.
Okay. It's
So
a bonanza
so
for
those
them.
people should be, the people should be deeded.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. Several times when government build houses, you put the people in it, but you don't give them
You
anything.
don't give them the deed.
10 years when our government leaves, somebody, the same person who sold the land to government will come say, oh, that one land, government didn't pay us, blah. So right now, because we
That's
have a
very
case
nice.
like that in Nima County right now, and we are so financially incapacitated that the places that we're supposed to reach,
Okay.
we haven't reached them. Most of the money that we're waiting for now, we have lots of money on the table right now, especially from our housing project
Okay.
there, but we have not gotten any of that money. We need logistics too. We need, I've worked at NHA for 3 years. I've never owned a government car. So just know this.
Wow.
I do not get gas slip. I do not get scratch card.
Wow.
I
Wow.
don't get no other incentive except for the salary that I make. But sometimes, I'm looking at the potential of housing authority. We government, we can buy those things without, without harassing Ministry of Finance to do so. Even though the other day we appealed to them and sent our paper for them to send us at least, a card for myself.
Meaning you
And
are
so my-
just using innovation to
Yeah,
run
so
your
we're
entity.
using, but when you go to graduate school, they teach the guy something, a course called strategic management. You got to operate within that, but you don't violate policies. But at the same time, that what makes you a leader. That what makes you, a manager. So, and the beauty in my kind of work is when a place is empty and you can go there, you can make something out of it. That's where legacy, comes about. Not when everything is fixed. I mean, right now, sometimes I feel bad, I don't have this. When institutions write me, for corporate social responsibility, I'm not able to give. Sometimes I have to give my own salary to those people who come to me, Friday. Many Fridays I have to run away from my office
It's a
because,
routine.
because it's expected of, someone of my caliber. But again, this is what makes me a managing director, not the one that meets everything there. What you put there. You understand? That what makes legacy. So I'm glad that even government gave us the money. Right now, as we're speaking, I'm in the Fender area. We come to do groundbreaking ceremony as soon as the president,
Returns.
Yeah, this one, most of our programs, for some reason, can always be busy. He doesn't go there. But this one, myself, going to his office, I would tell him,
Oh, yeah, I mean, you still
my set going,
Yeah, says
going to him, say, my friend,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, today, Umpa, you will stand beside me.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
Yeah.
we're doing this together. But for the one, for on Ralphie Highway, when we built the sample houses, it was a beautiful moment because we are appointed by the president. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to work for the Liberian people. That's the mandate there. So I wish we had a lot of money, and there are other institutions too who build, housing units like Triple LRC. They're doing it for refugees.
Okay.
The only thing we ask them is that facilitate us with the information so we upgrade our statistics
Okay.
to know what we have, what we don't have, and then work in close consultation with us.
Okay.
So that if the people need to be deeded, so we give them deed. If
Yeah.
you don't do it, 10, 20 years from now, people are very corrupt.
Yeah.
Here, they will say, oh, our land. Even government pay them. And then you also got to be sensitive to, to a lot of things.
Yes, because other people can be paid rap which is the resettlement action plan money that should be given to you for relocation.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, they used the corrupt mindset to damage the system.
it's
So
for-
I
you know,
think it's important.
It's for the institution.
Okay.
The only thing we ask is that remember we work collaboratively together.
Okay.
You understand? There's
Okay.
some there will be some error, some
Sure,
something, but we
shortcomings.
work collaboratively together.
But
for it.
basically, what's your relations as it relates the Liberia Agency for Community Empowerment? That is
Liz.
Liz.
Our list is there to do presidential projects. I mean, they do some housing units too, but it's housing units for president. But I'm not going to sugarcoat it too. National Housing Authority needs to be empowered. We've never gotten the empowerment from the government.
Okay.
That
Because I think you should
that
take
we need-
preeminence.
yeah,
I
we-
think you should take
I mean, I think if
preeminence.
Liz is taking $10 million, for their budgetary, allocation, I think the very legislature should be able to act. But then what goes to housing too? Because you also, there we have one common goal, but at the same time, we have to be able to,
We have
call
separate
we have to
responsibilities.
call a spade a spade.
Okay.
All the money can go to one institution, and then the primary institution, whom those people supposed to be reporting to, is, disadvantaged, and that is not fair. But at the same time, if I have a disagreement with His Excellency or the finance minister or anybody, trust me, they know I will go to them. I will articulate my point. I don't care what it costs me. I will not be disrespectful. I will say so. It is not for me to come in the public. You understand, to have a disagreement.
Sure.
So, I mean, this is something His Excellency knows. If I have a disagreement with something, I will go and I will respectfully disagree and say, this X, Y, and Z. But remember, even the person who sympathizes with you, soon as you move from info on him, he got 1,010,000 things, going on.
Okay.
So, before you come back again, it's gonna be a whole different thing. So sometimes you don't have to fight, but you let people know. We have chat rooms too.
So meaning intelligence is what we need to move country forward.
Yes.
So basically, how many housing assets we've constructed under your leadership?
Right now, our major, we have the one to Jungle Farm,
Okay.
but right now we have a lot of encroachment going on with the townspeople, and then also we as an institution, we also, for you to collect money, you got to put money in. For you to make profit, you got to deposit money. So we've written the Ministry of Finance. We gave them a proposal.
Okay.
I'm sure maybe if money was there, they were going to do it. We can't question why.
Okay.
That we wrote a proposal for $5 million. We didn't see the day of light in it.
Okay.
It hasn't come back, but we're also looking to other places too that can fund those things. And then we have the one to EBK.
Okay.
We are going into the Fender area. Also in that same area, we have 2 investors there. We have Access. They went back they're from Burkina Faso. They went back, their CEO died.
Yeah.
And they went for 2 years, with our communication, but all of a sudden,
Yeah, because I think that was the Burkina Faso fracas that brought the former managing director and his whole team, let's say, out of the energy when you were at the National Port Authority before coming to the National Housing Authority.
investors want to help you. Even
Okay.
if you want to ask them for money,
Okay.
you gotta wait. Let them be grounded first. You can, when people come to us, we can tell them, say, you gotta give us this money. You have to be flexible, because at this point in time, we need the investors.
Sure.
When we have 2 or 3 investors, and then we can bluff
Sure.
the other investors. So
Sure.
my primary aim was that this government we say, okay, this estate, and that the president built the estate. We have some small, social housing units that were built by Liz, for the president. That's fine.
Yeah, that's the
But
president's signature project.
In my administration at National Housing Authority,
Okay.
if the government gave us money, if we're building money, we're building houses. We got to build it to the taste of the people who are going to buy.
Sure.
We can't just build any kind of thing like,
Sure.
Bottomville houses were not bad, New Jersey houses were not bad. But this is 2023. You know, we can't build the same things that we used to build. So our houses they were fine. The Hardy house is fine.
So meaning your intent, your intent, ma'am, is not just to build housing units. Your intent is for those housing units to commensurate with present day reality.
Yeah, well, the people that are going to buy, you're a young executive, you know, at your age, you know, we are in our late 50s, you are in your maybe 30s, you know, early 40s. You got to have a nice 3-bedroom apartment.
Okay.
I mean, not apartment, but house that you can live in.
Affordable
Then,
too.
yeah, then as you continue to make more money, then you'll be able to build your dream house now. But the
Okay.
one where, so, you know, you're a young person, you just got married. Your intent of getting married is to have a family.
Sure.
So you want to have a nice, secure place where
Okay.
your own caliber of people live there is secure for you. And, you know, the children that live there, you know, they will be with their friends and you want them to grow up, you know, good in a nice environment. So this is what I want to provide for, you know, the young people here. The Bible says 3 scores and 10. If I'm 58, I have 12 more years, you know, so let me do something, you know, that will be beneficial to a young person.
So your legacy is what you are projecting.
It's not about legacy. I'm a bishop. The Bible says when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. When
But when the wicked rule,
the people don't rejoice.
yeah.
I'm a bishop, but I have an institution. But why did God say when the righteous rule? Because God wanted the righteous to take, you know, prominent places. Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities and power, spiritual wickedness in high places.
Okay.
So that means we, the children of God, got to be seated in heavenly places too.
Mhm.
When God is
To lead.
when God is pleased with you, and He will provide. Even I should not have even had anything on the ground, even where we are. So many people fought us, but because I'm a child of God, you understand? Yeah, if people want to, you know, act adversely,
Yeah.
they can't act that way because
No
yeah.
subversion once God is in
protection.
it.
He said, I will rebuke kings for their sakes, and I touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm.
Mhm.
It is not by our own ingenuity
Mhm.
that we are where we are.
Okay.
It had to be, you know, some, you know, strategy, innovation is an idea that God gives to you. It's that idea that you prompt upon without fear,
Okay.
you know, to be to where we are. Everything will not be in the same place, but you got to trust God. The Bible says, trust in the Lord and lean not on your own understanding.
Mhm.
You know, sometimes you have to go into that. That's why we have those. And everything is not correct. I know that God will touch the heart of everybody that we're working along with, so that when we leave from here, you know, today or tomorrow, there will be something there. Somebody will say, if my children passing, they'll say, "Oh,
Yeah, there
that's
was
your coffee brown.
a bishop here.
Yeah,
before.
she did this." You know, similarly to this.
That's why I spoke of the issue of your legacy.
That's not my first job. I work with the Liberian Maritime Authority.
Okay.
I'm not managing director, I'm a project manager. But we
So chronologically,
we
in
affected
terms of your service to our people,
I work with,
yeah, taking it from that.
I work with the Maritime Authority. I've been here home now for 13 years
Okay.
since I've been here. My first job was not managing director job,
Okay.
even though the job that I came from, I was top over,
Okay.
you know, and I'm not even gonna go there to it.
Okay.
But when God brought me here, He
Mhm.
did not take me to the upper job.
Yeah.
He took me to the poor people, West Point, Newtown, PHP,
Mhm.
you know, all those people. And
So
because
no
of that, I'm friends with a whole lot of people, you know. If I go on Benson Street, you know, they will all come to me, and people don't understand why they're coming to you. He said, because I work with them, I'm not a stranger to them.
Okay.
Then from there, then he took me to the port. And now I used to work to the port before the war. That's the money I used to pay my college tuition.
Okay.
So I was okram with the port. Then I worked there 6 years before I got appointed.
Okay.
So it was easy for me to lead
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Then God took me from there because I did real estate too,
Okay.
and took me to
To the
National Housing Authority. Nothing was there, but our responsibility is to what? To put something.
Yeah, because the last time I checked, there was hula balu at the National Housing Authority. The issue of the entire management team being sacked, so to speak, even in the well investigation. So,
Well,
as it relates that, in my mind, it is an open secret. So, you're going there was the expectation of all Liberians that that place becomes a better place.
There were
So,
the people
in
that were
fact,
there.
there have been a lot of Liberians that thought, because based on my day-to-day interactions with Liberians, they thought that all of those housing units that they want in Grand Cru, the one in Grand Jide, the one in Lofa, and you can name them, were all under your supervision as the institution that should be responsible for housing in the country, especially on the public basis.
Well, going forward, the thing is that sometimes people don't know. So you have to, you have to educate them. The reason I told them that, yeah, why you can construct if you want to. But to solidify it, you want for the strangers to come to National Housing Authority.
Mm-hmm.
But you who are here, why don't you report to National Housing Authority first before you put the first foundation down?
Okay.
Because first of all, the houses that you're going to build, they got to be approved by the National Housing Authority. But sometimes when we are in close proximity,
Mm-hmm.
With the echelon of power,
Mhm.
people tend that, who going to that place? But these systems were put into place because this is how we run countries.
Mhm.
This is how, people do things in unison.
Mhm.
If you say, well, they give it to us, I'm so and so, yeah.
Okay.
In every country, even in the US, I bought 2 houses there. Before one of the houses, 2 of them actually, the first one, before I put the back push there, they call it, how you call it?
The
deck.
balcony.
The deck.
Oh, the deck.
You got to go to the housing authority to get permission.
Okay.
Even coming here to your building, sir, the houses got to be user friendly. They're not user friendly. We don't have ramps. We don't have elevators.
Mhm.
We don't have, and these things supposed to be, they're institutions.
Yeah.
But when we bypass those, even here, propagating, the information, we're supposed to do it here because you can't blame the people if they don't know.
Okay.
They won't be able to, they won't be able to work according to standard. Even going forward, now that we even have land authority, before anybody build a foundation,
Mhm.
you must. I think way back when I was small, because my dad was building our house in Funde, Nikutan,
Okay.
he had to come to Public Works.
Oh.
Yes,
Okay.
you got to come to Public Works. They
Okay.
have to give you.
I think that is an education for
But
me.
let also know that we are coming from a civil war. That's not an excuse, but most system was broken down.
Okay.
So to enforce those systems, law, we have many good laws, but we have to have the
If-
financial capability.
Also,
to
the
be what we are
political
doing.
world.
Yeah. So that's what it is. And our country is the election thing. We think, and the commissioners, the land commissioners, and the township commissioners, they have to enforce. Like if I went to Dubai, I stayed in a hotel. You see in the front of the streets, you see the most beautiful houses. In between there, you can do your anything. Well, not really anything, but you can do your anything there. Here, the most beautiful houses are in the back.
Yeah.
The shenanigans are in the front, so that there's no regulations, and most of the time they go to the township commissioner to get squatters' rights.
Okay.
Like I moved Corwell. Corwell was so beautiful, very beautiful.
Okay.
Go to the New Redemption Hospital area, then you see the trucks, you will see the roads damaged. You ask, how much revenue do these people pay to government? That they do so much damage like that. See, you could see ETMI building, and so it was a landmark. You say, oh, those are landmarks you use for direction to give to other people.
Okay.
Right now, within the 5 years that I've been living there, all kind of thing, makeshift is there.
Okay.
So something is wrong with it, and this is what I'll say. This is why we touch base on. You see, when Monrovia was named Christopolis, there's a little place they call Christopolis that way in Broadway.
Okay.
Go there.
Okay.
The people don't have, but they do things
The
systematically.
in order.
Yeah.
The in order.
Yeah. When we changed the name of this country to Monrovia, Monrovia means Monroe's village. You can't have something that belongs to Christ and then you take it, you name it after man. That's a mistake that should have been corrected a long time ago. But the Church of God in this country is so. Now, don't get me wrong, that we're not going to enforce things, down people's throat.
Oh, so
But I'm saying
meaning you are buttressing what the Secretary of State of the United States said that Liberia is essential to democracy in Africa.
Of course, let me tell you. We were talking about hustling, but then, that would be another day. This is what God told me the last time. He said, he spoke out of Ezekiel chapter 5, from 5 to 7. He said, this is Jerusalem. He said Jerusalem, but he was talking about Liberia. He had to say, this is Liberia. See the way I put her on a pedestal to be the beacon of hope in Africa. He said, but her wickedness, he said Jerusalem, but I know he was talking to me. We're having a conversation. He said, but her wickedness have multiplied.
Okay.
And you understand me? And to a point, he said, you have not even conformed to the little itty bitty countries around, that are around you. People used to come to us here for medical school. People used to come to Tagliati. People used to come here to our law school. This was a big
even though there was for Abbey College. But they still
came to us, and
even Nelson Mandela came here.
And going finished with us on 2012. I mean, not 2012. Let me apologize. On December 12th of last year, I saw Christ over the SKD. We're having a program there, and there were people that were beside me. When I was talking to them, he opened their eyes, and they saw him too. They're witnesses. Next time again, I saw him over the executive mansion on February 14th. This time he came as a lion.
Okay.
And I put in the chat room, I said, Jesus appeared as a lion in the sky over the mansion. So it's not going to be business as usual.
As usual.
So if you see sanctioning here, you say Jehovah is what? The King of Kings.
Okay.
That means if you're a king, if I tell you to do this and you want to do it, I will go above you and bring people who will do what I want them to do.
Okay.
So it's not something that I hate. I mean, normally, because people don't understand the things of God, so you don't want to look like you're crazy. When you're talking about God, people think you're crazy.
Okay.
But we got to begin to do what God wants us to do. He's not going to have it any other way. If he's going to have to kill people, he will kill people. And I want for Holy Spirit to come over me. So let me remain managing director.
Yeah.
Let me not be bishop, because if I go into the bishop room, it's
I think Bishop, you are carrying me away. So basically, for the platform, since we are about to go to the lounge, let's remain in the managing director portfolio, because I know you, and I think there should be a PR session at the National Housing Authority.
We have PR section, but we don't have money. Remember, I'm telling you, say we're doing strategic. We have plenty of money on the table. The minute the land D is given to us, trust me, we have an inflow of money into, because not only this one investor, we have other investors, so I'm worried.
Okay.
Because if I can't get this one D, it's taking this forever to get it. What if I bring other people too? You understand me?
Sure.
We got to learn to do things fast. I worked 18 years in the US, as a young woman.
Right here.
Everything is like, like this, quick. So I'm used to that quick thing.
Once you apply effort.
Yeah, sometimes it slows us down. Like if you go to the other ministry, they know that they're supposed to do this to affect you. But if they don't do it, and you continue to go back and forth, the next thing you start shouting at people, they will say, and you're rude. And you this and you that. So, sometimes we have to slow down a little bit.
So we are about to go to the lounge. We are about to go to the lounge, Mom. What are the challenges that you are faced with specifically at the National Housing Authority?
Right now, the only challenge I'm faced with to get money is to be able to, work with my brother Adam Monumba to be able to give us that deed, so that we'll be able to work with our investors, because this creates stability in the minds of those people who are doing business with us. And we also encourage other people, to come, to do business with us.
Okay.
And then also, again, once we put those things into perspective, money will come to us and we'll begin to get the cars. The only thing I want to tell you, they were suffering 3 years now, I get no car. When money come, I buy my $80,000 car, nobody motor. Because
I'll
just
be a
start
witness.
talking
I'll be a
and coming
witness.
right by in the radio station because see how they were suffering.
Yeah.
You understand me? The other day I needed a car. I had to go to one guy. He had a used car, and I told God, I said, "Look, God, I only have 5,000, so I'm going to buy this car." Luckily, when I met the man, got there with me. I was selling my car for 8,000.
But when I be a witness, they will say, "You give me money, yo."
But guess what? So now I went there. Then the man said, "You won't even remember me." I said, "Why?" He said, "You did something good for me some time ago."
Okay.
And I'm reminding you now. So I will give you this car for $5,000. That's the car that I am using now. I went into my savings account to LBDI Bank and took that money from there. Y'all go check it there. And you understand me? But I'm using my money now. But by the time we're doing all this work, by the time the money comes,
Yeah, will the juice start flowing?
I will not let y'all do to me the way y'all did to me in Freeport. By the time I start looking for the money, y'all kick me from there. They want, I will not do it. I will wipe people heads.
No, I'll papa use and I take this scope break and we'll be right back.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be saved. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
What happened? Mama, you still do
No, last boy. Hey, yesterday, more to our party. I go see what I'm
Chairman, we are only down face.
For what's a blood?
What tablet, man, piece, let me what tablet, piece.
No,
Brain. No, stop it. You can't do that. Are you a brain human being? Let me know like Rostafi. Let me know like Rostafi. You tell human being you're a brain human being. Let's stop the kind of thing. If we catch criminal or somebody commit crime in our community or whatsoever, take that to the law or carry that to the nearby police station and report that to the police. Let the police themselves investigate and find out whether he right or wrong. Yesterday, I was coming from Keba. A brother walk along truck. I said, they said the truck hit the motorball ball. All the motorball men plus the keke men get and they say they want point the driver in the truck. It's wrong. Let's stop more violence. Maybe the accuser or somebody that you feel are criminal, they may not be criminal. But when you take that to the police station, based upon the police who investigation, they will tell you that they made that criminal or not. Please, my people.
who are you?
You policeman.
Are you a moppy?
Yeah, come here. The question ask me as I do. Yes, you're all right. As I was saying, yeah, let's stop that kind of thing. Take it to the law. You not get one right under the law. Nobody right until the law can say you are right or wrong. Please, I beg you, my people.
Who say you?
If I say who tell you,
So say who?
so say oh man, same Sion, the man who care crime stopper. He the one say I'm gonna tell you, nobody gonna take the law in a hand. Don't say they say in your mouth say oh man, same Sion say don't take the law in your hand. You believe come on, you want it was you who will be the first now to come attack me. Yeah, not true, yeah. Yeah,
So my hand and Dale, the one who play my hand air is the NHA to prosper for our people to have affordable and comfortable housing units. So we go to the lines on 0776 104 104, 0886 500 104, 0770 specifically for our females, 0770 297016, and our diaspora only on WhatsApp. You call us on +231 86 500 104 +231 86 500 104, 0776 104 104, 086 500 104, and for our females specifically or exclusively 0770 2970 16. We take our first caller on this line. Hello?
Yes, hello. This is Jeff Cato from Oro District.
What's your point? Go ahead.
My point here is I have a dream for Liberia, but I was fighting to get to the radio station.
But basically, we are hosting the National Housing Authority Managing Director.
Yeah, I'm on another platform like we just said the debate. But you know what you do for me? Because I have a church to give the message to the Nigerian people. I'm waiting to speak the air time.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I have a dream. The sea was fed. How you getting me?
Go ahead.
The sea was fed, and I was in the middle of the sea, but under the sea, because I was way up toward the sea. Well, I looked down, I saw a rock, and the rock was very flat rock. It was 2 times I had a dream last year and this year ending. So after I got down, I started to walk down the city, but what I saw the water rolling down to the city. And it never it damaged anything. It rolled down to the city, but later on, it stopped on a highway. It didn't move again. So, which was the 29th of my birthday, I had a single dream again. And water rolled down to the city. So I don't know what the dream was all about, because I really want to come to the station to give the dream.
Yeah, because we have a bishop in studio. Here we are discussing the National Housing Authority, but since she's a bishop, listen now. Since she's a bishop and she already invoked the Spirit of God, I think that what touched you. So we could allow you to appear on a different occasion. But basically, today is about the National Housing Authority, but we take heed to that.
Anytime to come to the studio, I will do that.
Okay, so what's your number? Call it.
0778
0778
78
38
38
38
95 Jeff Cato KARTO the last KEFF
95 Jeff who?
Cato KARTOE.
I'll leave you there and take the next caller. Welcome to the platform. Your name and where are you joining us from? Hello? Hello? We'll leave you and go to line 5. Hello? 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 Your name and where are you joining us from?
Calling you from Water Street.
Your name and where are you joining us from? Yeah. You say you are who?
You get me?
Oh, repeat.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead. Who are you and where are you calling us from?
Hello?
Your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm not getting you.
Okay. Hello? This caller. Hello? We'll leave you and go to line 5. But what's going on? The bishop is in studio. Basically, we are hosting the managing director of the National Housing Authority. That is the NHA, the entity responsible to move our people from zinc round to concrete housing. So we take this caller. What's her name and where are you calling us from?
Yes, hello, this is Henry Kobe Dishiu. Call from district number 7, Water Street, precisely.
Go ahead. We have in the studio the NHA Managing Director, Madam Celia Coffee Brown Bishop.
Okay, thanks very much for our God-fearing mother in which that is serving this nation in the rightful position. I'm from the group called Mupawa. So a group called Mupawa, the movement to protect Ambassador Wia's legacy. I serve as National Vice Chair for Operation, and I would like to thank our mother in studio there.
Okay.
Only if our president can just have at least maybe about 15 or 20% in his government that is very much clear-hearted to work for a nation.
You say what?
I said, at least if our president can do at least about 20 or 15% like our mother, Madam Cecilia Coffee Brown, who is president in studio, this nation will move 100% and will appear as other nations on planet Earth.
Okay.
So let me just say thank you to the Managing Director of National Housing and Service. Thank you, Mama, for your job well done. Because I can remember from the time she was at the port of Monrovia, she did extremely well for this country to go far. But now we're saying, Mama, thank you. Thank you very much for your job well done for this our one and beloved nation. Thank you for the platform, and may God bless you.
Thank you. We'll leave you there and take this caller. Welcome to the platform. Your name, where are you joining us from?
Yeah, my name is Moli of Upper Queensville.
Go ahead.
I have a question for Madam Steele. First of all, I'd like to tell her thank you for the hard work she's been doing.
Okay.
But I understand that the housing unit is out for sale. My question is whether you can contact somehow dollars that in diaspora because most of them send their money here to build houses. Whether she got any contact with people in America, in Europe, so that instead of them sending money here for them, they can get back from the housing authority.
Okay. So I think she's taking note, Madam. We can probably take one more call and basically call it a day where our erudite bishop will be responding to our many concerns from brothers and sisters around the country who want to see this country move forward.
Hello?
Let's call up. Your name and where are you joining us from?
My name is Ansu Bakbe Kobake Sherry, and I call you from Water Street, a member of the movement to protect Ambassador Wia legacy.
So today I want to tell our whole show. Go ahead.
No, Mr. Morris. It's just that your show today is interesting. The housing authority, our man there, we keep following her, and we know the kind of job what she's doing for our nation, and we will continue praying for them because we are looking for leaders. We are not looking for rulers. We as a Mupawa, we keep following them, and we know what they are doing. And God bless them, and we will continue praying for our nations.
Hello?
Hello, Chunky Morris, how you doing?
Yeah, man, Sisi. I already know that you on the land.
Yeah.
I want my here with the bishop is here.
Yeah. I want to start a call.
Yeah.
Mama, how you doing, Mama?
All right, thank you.
Okay, let me say this to the Labrador people. This is my sister calling for clarity, the people defender.
Go ahead, Mama.
And I'm going to call this show. The power, I'm going to call this show. My say, yeah. Defender, yeah.
Oh, you funding the more power people.
Yeah, my friend, yeah, I'm representing my people defender.
Go ahead, Mama.
Yeah, what I want to say to my dear mother, she said it up. At the touch at the people of Morovia, I had a lot of good news about her. When she was there, she installed for she fought for all payroll, she changed people's salary, and she added up. So her name was all over the place.
Okay.
And that time, so I didn't let her at that time, but we made the good news about her.
All right.
And going to that other side, we get good news about so long for nobody to fool her.
Okay.
Nobody should fool her. Mother, nobody should fool her. A bishop, do the rest things of God. Let's go see your work and glorify the name of Jesus Christ. Thank you for having me.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll leave you and take this other call. Hey, you have to tune down your radio.
Hello?
Tune down the radio. You will get
Yeah,
us via the phone. Tune down the radio.
Yeah, hello?
Your name and where are you calling us from?
Yeah, this is James Foley. I'm calling from the CRPD, particularly 11th Street.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Let me thank our
Mama,
mother. Yeah.
in North Korea, you can name your child Kimo. You can't say your name Bakugba, president you want to. Go ahead.
Forget the people just in their gossip. Let me interject to the issue quickly.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to thank our mother in studio. You see, if we just had about 5 or 6 mothers, the heart that she just caring, automatically our country will be more better off. Because this president, I was able to bring people on board that they all Liberians to do an equal job for the Liberian people, so that the travel that we travel to go in other countries that what we saw there, we can able to institute that so that our country can be better off than 100 years ago.
Okay.
But the deception of people, because when it is not done, it cannot be. That's why the local person, we are now to work so that the common people can benefit.
Okay.
Only then you benefit.
Okay.
I want to thank our mother who are actually work tirelessly, and then she still continue to work. And that is a record. Standing for her for the future, that tomorrow any of our children will also be recognized in government in our country, because our contribution towards our country, they have been clear, they have been proven beyond all doubt. So let me thank our mother for that contribution, and thank the Almighty God that those who have a clear heart, God will actually make them to work for the Liberian people, and those who have a bad heart, God will expose them. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for stealing our president. Go ahead, your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, thank you ever so much. My name is Marcelo.
Okay, Marcelo, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm officially in Baltimore. I want to tell my Christ, sister in Christ, thank you ever so much.
Okay.
It's still there.
Okay.
Yeah, what I want to tell her, I'm not talking about horsing, but I'm officially in fair woman, but not lazy woman. I did my cocoa, I planted cocoa 2 years and a half now. And I can't get no help in the Morovia time. I'll call on radio and I'll call on radio. I'm evil. Man, for God's sake, you can help me to clean inside for me. Because if I clean inside, it will not come out good. That's why I living on, I depending on to live on for the rest of my life. I am blind. Yes. When I take entire, I send it to my brother, he brush and plenty. But a great time, no money to clean inside. That man no more there. I beg you, man.
I think this is a national issue.
Yeah, it's national. What I'm saying to is national.
I'm talking about what you are saying. Just be patient.
Yeah.
What you are saying is a national issue, and it should not be squarely at her feet. In my mind, we will use this platform as often as possible to flag that and make sure that those responsible entities come to your call.
Let's take my number. You can take my number.
Don't worry about that. We will do that. We'll handle that. But I think it is a national call. And thank you for that. We will get to you. We will get to you. We will get to you as subsequently as possible.
Yes, so when you living in water, the person that can hold your hand to not get drowned, that's your second goal.
Okay.
Thank you.
God bless you. We'll leave you and go to line 5. Hello? Hello? Your name, where are you calling us from? Hello? Hello? Yeah, basically, you can call us on 0776 104 104. We are expecting Honorable Gompu El Kagon from District Number 4, Nima County, on the second segment. We have in studio here Bishop Dr. Celia Coffee Brown, the Managing Director of the National Housing Authority, the entity responsible to tell our people in from East Zinran and put in concrete bidding. Our woman and our papi, the bishop wife will get in studio here are responsible to take the woman and the papi from East Zinran to put in concrete bidding. So take this caller. Your name and where are you joining us from?
Hello, my name is Yusuf Cody, calling from Rana Street.
Quickly, you are our second to the last caller.
The National Housing Women Studio about we that patient security that work with private anything with patient security and then how we can benefit from the housing stuff.
Yeah, well, that question will be answered by her. So we leave you and quickly take this caller. Your name and where are you calling us from? Your name and where are you calling us from?
Hello?
Your name and where are you joining us from?
Yeah, I'm Umar M. Siraj Jr.
Your background is noisy.
Yeah.
So make adjustment quickly. 30 seconds.
Yeah. I saw Umar M. Siraj Jr. I joined you from Central Monrovia, the sister.
Okay.
Member the moment to protect your battle, we are like I said.
Yeah, you're not here. What who show? You're not here. What who show? Go ahead.
Yeah, firstly, let me appreciate Madam Derry for a long time serving to our people. I know she has been diligent in her job. That's the reason why there's always same meeting in some of the sector. And we will applaud for all the good she has done for her. And we ask that she will continue to do the good. When you are in government and doing the right thing, the people that you are serving we see the reflection of that truthfulness within you as an individual.
Okay.
And as sure she bear that particular carry the risk. That's the reason why this government is still meeting your power to the present time.
Okay.
And I want to say thank you, Madam. I thank you, may God bless you, God guide you in your process. May He give you strength, wisdom to everything that you are doing. May He give you all the strength to be able to deliver the good that you promise to deliver to the people of this republic. Thank you. May God bless you and God bless Mama Liberia and stay the people of Nima country. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll leave you and take this caller. They will more power your mouth. I know more power people. Go ahead, your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Willie Somewhere and I join you from my residential district number 12, to be precise, Financial Drivers Market.
20 seconds.
Yeah, I just want to be grateful to Madam Brown or the Reverend. And I just want
Bishop.
to keep courage.
Bishop.
To the Bishop. I just want her to keep courage.
Okay.
Because the Bible said that wait patiently and you shall reap the fruit of your labor. So Bishop, just wait. That time for you to reap will come. And we are here listening to this show. We will be the judge one of these days to tell the people that you will write your $80,000 car in Jesus' mighty name.
Your name and where are you calling us from? Amen. We'll leave you and take this color. Right, last color. Okay. We go back strictly to Madam Celia Coffee Brown on the basis of time. Thank all of you for your calls. But we can squeeze this caller in quickly. Your name. 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
I'm calling from Samsung. Please forgive me. I just got in. I want to know how much price. Please tell them how. How do they get it out?
Okay. Thank you. We'll leave you and go back to Madam Celia Coffee Brown. Bishop. Go even. Remember, all the way we say that last quarter, you still find your way, man. Yeah, quickly, in 10 seconds.
Let me appreciate Madam Cecilia Coffee Brown.
Okay. Thank you. Bishop Dr. Celia Coffee Brown, your response, madam.
To the last question, let me just say that when in a classroom, there's students that make A, students that make B, and students that make C.
Okay.
The reason being that they understand the subject matter.
Okay.
Because we deliberated here saying that government, doesn't have money to fund the institution the way it used to. When I was small girl, when I was
and the way it should be.
It used to be from social, all the public corporations, because those are the money-making arm of government. But in the constraint of things, this is where we find ourselves. Okay, so when we have investors will build. We only have to curtail them, to be reasonable.
Okay.
But they have to build something that is appealing to those who can afford it.
All right.
Someone talked about the diaspora too. In the diaspora, we also have the investor. If you go on, at the construction site, there's an office there that that deal with sales, and they have account number there for people who are in the diaspora. The diaspora was also on my mind when, during all of this here. That's why we're constructing houses that commensurate with their living standards. So when they come here, they won't try to run away. Everything will be equal to what they're used to there.
Encouraging them to come back home.
And someone from Front Street asked, whether it's from, everybody, every sector can find themselves there.
Okay.
Depending on how much money you make. Houses starts from $25,000 to as far as they want, you can even custom, make your own houses. So we cater to everybody.
Okay.
So far as you have income, you go there, you can pass through the bank and give you loan. What we're looking for right now is because our banks here are not able to facilitate loans.
Okay.
So what we're looking for here now is we are asking for investors that can invest and that their money can be held for 10, 15 to 20 years. Meaning that you put the money in, we build a house in 1 year, someone moved there, they can pay for it in 10 years, 15 years. In America, the people where you see living on the farm house, like 30 years they can take to pay for it. 30 years, someone pay, so they're there to pick the one that they want. So we want to do the same thing here, but we don't want 30 years. Maybe we want to make it a little bit shorter.
Okay.
For you, and you can pay off when you have money, because people don't have lump sum of money to build. Even if they have lump sum of money to build, if you buy land somewhere that some ratting horses there, but your horse at the farm horse there, your horse will have no value, because the houses that are around your houses, they don't have value. So it won't look appealing.
Okay.
But if we have plain communities, farm in America, all those other countries, even in Ghana now, in Ivory Coast now, they have plain communities, and I hope the superintendent of Montserrado County she's my friend. I reach out to her, and all the other. They need to call your commissioners to meeting. We have to take responsibility for this country. The Labour say he had a dream. They see what coming to the city, and it only start down there.
Okay.
We that are in leadership, look, I'm not perfect. Don't get me wrong. You even my
I think we'll call you in different portfolio.
But what I'm saying is that if you want to enjoy your life, you want to enjoy leadership, let's do it God's way. The reason being that we are called to serve people. We're not called to black people.
Okay.
Coffee is in this place here. Yeah, I will make sure she fasten and go to her.
Okay.
And who are you to sit down in your little corner and say, we got to be careful. People carry different grace. People are sitting into position to carry different grace.
Sure.
Because they ain't making noise. It ain't mean that, they ain't able to fight you. Because some of us carry grace that we knee down, and there will be massive destruction.
Okay.
And you understand what I'm saying? I'm seeing it, from a biblical standpoint.
Sure.
You don't know what grace we carry. You don't know why God put me to housing.
Okay.
You don't know why he put me to the put, especially during our administration. You don't know why. So don't sit down in your little cubicle and think you are able to stop anything that I'm doing. Because if I really, really, really pray, if I fast for 3 days, sometimes we got to hold the power that we have. We got to hold it. Because we who are serving God in honesty, when we say something, God can do it. And I don't like to say something, because every time I went in the studio, I said something, it came to pass. We're here to work for God.
Okay.
God gave us a leader that we're supposed to work with.
Okay.
But we choose, to be underminers
Okay.
of the Liberian people. When things happen, then we sit down there, oh, why this thing happened, why this thing. If we can control ourselves, if we can't control ourselves, God will control us directly. I finish.
Thank you. But I want to add this last question before you can take leave of.
No problem.
As it relates down payment, what is the percentage?
You go to the bank, or you go to the people, the salespeople that are there. They have different programs.
Okay.
You can pay money down, and if they're able to give you, there's certain, maybe there's a specific amount that you have to put down, depending on what you want. Some people buying 4 of those houses because I come to put my brother run this year on blast. The other day, he told me that one of his friends already bought 4 of those houses. So some people are buying, they're paying cash, for if you buy, you pay cash, we give you deed, you have nothing, the house belongs to you, the land belongs to you. The investor take money, we take our profit, everything is fine.
So basically, in terms of down payment, the percentage.
So all the things I'm talking here, you are not listening.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
I was on the line with the next guest.
Okay, so we don't have free money that government gives to us. We're not constructing government houses because I want to reiterate that government did not give us money to build houses, but we also are responsible to government. They put us into positions to be able to be innovative enough that houses, houses are being built. Now, if you want to know how much money you can put down, you need to go there. You need to pick a house, select a house. They say, well, hang your coat according to your measurement.
The place you can reach.
The place you can reach. Understand? Everything is, even in America, that's how they do. Even in Ghana, that's how they do. Then the people can work with you. How much you can put down, how you can get loan, and that kind of thing. But we don't have that, and so we send a caveat to our investors. You come in to invest, please make sure that you will invest, your money will be tied up for 15 to 20 years so that our people, we can build a house, they get inside, and then they begin to pay a small. So, they don't have to put a huge, down payment down. We have right now we have about 2 housing estates that we're working on.
Okay. Your parting comments?
I want to say, Liberian people, I tell you, thank you. I know it hasn't been easy, in our country, but, development always comes with pain. We have to be patient, and we're lucky. Our country is a democratic country where we go to elections, no form of vandalism, no too much protest here and there, because at the end of the day, election is better. You go to the ballot box, you put your ballot in, be patient. We have 1 more year. You understand me? You can either retain what you have, or you can change.
Yeah.
But we don't want people marching up and down in the street, because what it does is it impedes progress. It diminishes the confidence that investors have to come to our country to do business. Or you can't complain there are no jobs, but yet and still we have to facilitate the atmosphere that will bring people, that the people that will help us to create jobs. So thank you for hosting me. I hope I will come in another time. One day I will come in as a bishop. Today I'm here as the MD.
Thank you. That was Bishop Dr. Celia Coffee Brown, Managing Director, National Housing Authority, Republic of Liberia. And our next guest, as we take a quick break, will be Honorable Gompu El Kagon, Representative District Number 4, Nima County. Thank you for following as we take our break.
Mama, you still do no, let's still last step on it. Hey, yes, the mama to our party. I go see what I'm Chairman, we're only down face.
For what's a blood?
What tablet, man, piece, what tablet, piece.
No,
Brain. No, stop it. You can't do that. How you a brain human being? Let me know that Rosafi. Let me know that Rosafi. You tell human being you're a brain human being. Let's stop the kind of thing. If we catch criminal or somebody commit crime in our community or whatsoever, take that to the law or carry that to the nearby police station and report that to the police. Let the police themselves investigate and find out whether he right or wrong. Yesterday, I was coming from Quebec. A brother walk along truck. I said, no. They said the truck hit the motorball ball. All the motorball men across the keke men get and they say they want point the driver in the truck. It's wrong. Let's stop more violence. Maybe the accuser or somebody that you feel are criminal, they may not be criminal. But when you take that to the police station, based upon the police investigation, they will tell you that they may are criminal or not. Please, my people.
Who are you?
You policeman.
Why you moppy?
Yeah, come here. Yes, you're all right. As I was saying, let's stop that kind of thing. Take it to the law. You not get one right under the law, nobody right until the law can say you are right or wrong. Please, I beg you, my people.
Who say you?
If I say who tell you,
so say who?
So say Same Zion, the man who get crime stopper. He don't want to say, I'm gonna tell you, nobody must take the law in a hand. Don't say they say in the Bible say, Same Zion say, don't take the law in your hand. You have to come away. You want it was you who will be the first to attack me.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
yeah, I feel you. Hey, all it on there. Same Zion, look at Jesus for you.
Get bring her to go see to the main store.
Oh, so the man wanted for you to go steal from the web post store.
Yeah, he said I'm a join to go see to the web main store to they get money to the store. They will go take it from there. I said, "Mama, I only buy for the same leisure."
Then how can the police catch you now?
The police before the man call me back. Now on the 18th, they more.
The same man now.
Yeah, the same man.
The same man who want for you to go steal.
Yeah, he called me on the 18th.
Yeah.
Now in the night, around about 8:30, the man called me. He said, "Oh, my man, I'll let you be. I'll call you back again."
So that time you go to work?
I go to work.
You leave for your working place, you come to the man.
Yeah, I'm from to my working area to Clarence to now go to the man.
What happened? Mama, you still do no, let's step on it. Hey, yes, the mama to our party. I go see what I'm Chairman, we're only down face.
For what's a blood?
What tablet, man, piece. What tablet, piece.
No,
brain. No, stop it. You can't do that. How you a brain human being? Let me know that Rosafi. Let me know that Rosafi. You tell human being you're a brain human being. Let's stop the kind of thing. If we catch criminal or somebody commit crime in our community or whatsoever, take that to the law or carry that to the nearby police station and report that to the police. Let the police themselves investigate and find out whether he right or wrong. Yesterday, I was coming from Quebec. A brother walk along truck. I said, no. They said the truck hit the motorball ball. All the motorball men across the keke men get and they say they want point the driver in the truck. It's wrong. Let's stop more violence. Maybe the accuser or somebody that you feel are criminal, they may not be criminal. But when you take that to the police station, based upon the police investigation, they will tell you that they may are criminal or not. Please, my people.
Who are you?
You policeman.
Why you moppy?
Yeah, come here. Yes, you're all right. As I was saying, let's stop that kind of thing. Take it to the law. You not get one right under the law, nobody right until the law can say you are right or wrong. Please, I beg you, my people.
Who say you?
If I say who tell you,
so say who?
So say Same Zion, the man who get crime stopper. He don't want to say, I'm gonna tell you, nobody must take the law in a hand. Don't say they say in the Bible say, Same Zion say, don't take the law in your hand. You have to come away. You want it was you who will be the first to come attack me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel you. Hey, all it on there. Oh, my son, I'm looking at this for you.
Hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Simon.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia. In the eyes of the law, no one is a criminal until he or she is found guilty. Violence is not part of my Liberia, says Omer Sam Simon. In the eyes of the law, no one is a criminal until he or she is found guilty. Violence is not part of my Liberia, says Omer Sam Simon.
Hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Simon.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia.
What happened? Mama, you still do No, let's still boy. Hey, you still more to our pass. I go see what I'm we are only down face.
For what's a blood?
What tablet, man, piece, what tablet, piece.
No,
point. No, stop it. You can't do that. I can point him up. Let me know that roster fee. Let me know that roster fee. You tell him what you you're point him up. Let's stop the kind of thing. If we catch criminal or somebody commit crime in our community or whatsoever, take that to the law or carry that to the nearby police station and report that to the police. Let the police themselves investigate and find out whether he right or wrong. Yesterday, I was coming from Quebec. A brother walk on truck. I said, no. They said the truck hit the motorball ball. All the motorball men across the keke men get down. They said the one point the driver and the truck. It's wrong. Let's stop more violence. Maybe the accuser or somebody that you feel are criminal, they may not be criminal. But when you take that to the police station, based upon the police investigation, they will tell you that they made that criminal or not. Please, my people.
Who are you?
You policeman.
But you're moppy?
Yeah, come here. Yes, you're all right. As I was saying, let's stop that kind of thing. Take it to the law. You not get one right under the law. Nobody right until the law can say you are right or wrong. Please, I beg you, my people.
Who say you?
If I say who tell you?
So say who?
So say Omer Sam Simon, the man who get crime stopper. He the one say, I'm gonna tell you, nobody must take the law in a hand. Don't say they say in the Bible say, Omer Sam Simon say, don't take the law in your hand. You have to come away. You want it was you who will be the first now to come attack me.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow. I think the traffic is giving Honorable Gabu Kagon hell. Traffic is not easy. Traffic is not easy.
Yeah, I feel you. Hey, all it on there. Oh, my son, I'm looking at Jesus for you. What happened? Mama, you still do
No, let's still boy. Hey, yes, the mama to our party. I go see what I'm
Share mama, we are only down face.
For what's a blood?
What tablet, man, piece, what tablet, piece.
No,
No, stop it. You can't do that. How you a boy human being? Let me know that roster fee. Let me know that roster fee. You tell human being you're a boy human being. Let's stop the kind of thing. If we catch criminal or somebody commit crime in our community or whatsoever, take that to the law or carry that to the nearby police station and report that to the police. Let the police themselves investigate and find out whether he right or wrong. Yesterday I was coming from Keba. A brother walk on truck. I said, no, they said the truck hit the motorball ball. All the motorball men plus the keke men get and they say they want point the driver in the truck. It's wrong. Let's stop more violence. Maybe the accuser or somebody that you feel are criminal, they may not be criminal. But when you take that to the police station based upon the police who investigation, they will tell you that they made that criminal or not. Please, my people.
Who are you?
You policeman.
But you have more people.
Yeah, come here. You go to ask me if I do. Yes, you're all right. As I was saying, yeah, let's stop that kind of thing. Take it to the law. You not get one right under the law. Nobody right until the law can say you are right or wrong. Please, I beg you, my people.
Who say you?
If I say who tell you,
So say who?
so say oh man, same Zion. The man who get crime stopper. He the one say I'm gonna tell you. Nobody must take the law in their hand. Don't say they say in the Bible say oh man, same Zion say don't take the law in your hand. You have to come away. You want it was you who will be the first now to come attack me.
Yeah, not you, yeah.
On December 17th, we will offer the Liberian people a chance to peacefully speak out. It is a democratic right and constitutional guarantee that they be afforded the chance to do so, even if to an unresponsive and deaf government. This government cannot hear. Now we have to believe they cannot even see. No government that sees what is happening to the people in this country will continue to do what these people are doing, who call themselves leaders. We have dutifully informed the Liberian government about the December 17th peaceful rally. Let there be no mistake about it. We make no secret of our intention. This government has been duly informed about the December 17th rally. And we have entered into agreement with the Ministry of Youth. We tire suffering. We tire suffering is a plea for President Weah's failed, wasteful, and disappointing administration to care about the Liberian people and to care about what ordinary Liberians are living.
No president since the foundation of our republic has so diminished and disfigured the office of president and desecrated the sacredness of the duties thereunto assigned, like President Kennedy Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, to have caused a national convocation of the three branches of our government, the employment of state resources, and the attendant ceremonies to quite simply announce a naked quest for political power is disrespectful, is insensitive, and it testifies to the exercise of inferior judgment unassociated with responsibility. No president since the foundation of our republic has so diminished and disfigured the office of president and desecrated the sacredness of the duties thereunto assigned, like President Kennedy Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, to have caused a national convocation of the three branches of our government, the employment of state resources, and the attendant ceremonies to quite simply announce a naked quest for political power is disrespectful, is insensitive, and it testifies to the exercise of inferior judgment unassociated with responsibility.
Distinguished colleagues, this is a two-faced issue.
This is a critical issue in this country, and we must stand up and speak the truth. Because for you to use the fact that prior to printing, it means you already tell me print, but before you print, come up to me. There is nothing in that paragraph that indicated that money should be printed.
The essence of this exercise, the essence of this exercise is to know the facts. Everybody will have the opportunity to ask questions if you so desire.
So we are awaiting Honorable Gompu El Kagon. He is representing the people of District Number 4, Nima County. Because of the traffic, he's trying to find his way here, but it's not easy. So we are sorry that he will be here late, but we will be discussing national issues that are pertinent to District Number 4, Nima County, in the entire country at large. So we are located at the corner of Clay and Kerry Streets, Central Monrovia, Republic of Liberia. So I think maybe it's a difficult issue. Maybe the honorable man thinking we are at the old studio. Clay and Kerry Streets intersection, honorable. Our people are waiting to hear your voice. So because of the location, the honorable is going to be late. But it is the corner of Clay and Kerry Streets. Clay and Kerry Streets. I listened to Louis Garcia Brown as we await Honorable Gompu El Kagon from District Number 4, Nima County. Let me quickly speak to the misguided and reckless verbiages coming from Honorable Louis Garcia Brown.
Since the foundation of our republic has so diminished and disfigured the office of president and desecrated the sacredness of the duties thereunto assigned, like President Kennedy Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
But who was Louis Garcia Brown under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf? He served as the Minister of Information, Cultural Affairs, and Tourism, the man who was responsible to propagate the message of the Ellen regime. Louis Garcia Brown.
Attendance ceremonies to quite simply announce a naked quest for political power is disrespectful, is insensitive, and it testifies to the exercise of inferior judgment unassociated with responsibility.
You see, these are the people who are speaking now. So we remind you, Liberians, Louis Garcia Brown lacks the scruples, the standings. He lacks the authority to speak to any national issue right now. Louis Garcia Brown lacks the standing. Louis Garcia Brown lacks the standing. He lacks the scruples. He lacks the character to speak to national issues on the basis of
No president since the foundation of our republic has so diminished and disfigured the office of president and desecrated the sacredness of the duties thereunto assigned, like President Kennedy Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
He succumbed to serve as Minister of Information to propagate the message of Kennedy Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. So, Liberian people, and read panel and then know the book. So we're talking about Liberian way now. So the people that who know the book now, and all who know the book. So you have to do the whole analysis now. As well, we Honorable Gompu El Kagon. So Liberian people, the two well, Louis Brown was talking. See, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf desecrate the sacredness. Saying you can understand all that people boy talking. The opportunity God give you say be that boy, you're saying all the school who know that thing when you're talking here. That's scam. That thing when you're talking, to me, he see Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. She almost like we pull the whole executive mansion in devil hand. That's what he was trying to say. But Liberian people, do you know who was, or do you remember who was Louis Garcia Brown? He served as Minister of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism. And even served in different positions under the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf regime. I think Minister of Foreign Affairs and Louis Brown. You know, when behind at the Southern Comics, a man who can't distant fourth in the election again. Who dare you be following people just losing? Who dare you on losing battle? Louis Brown discussing the Wheeler regime after you expressed disenchantment in the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf regime. She gave you a job. You worked in that position. You spoke on VOA. You spoke on BBC, protecting the image of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. In fact, you were part of spending more than $263 million on foreign lobby. Today, you won't come made no on job we are. It is a job we are. What you made no on then again, your job. Louis Garcia Brown does not have the standing. What we deal with Louis Brown on next Friday? We have in studio our guest, Honorable Kompu El Kagon.
To have caused a national convocation
He is the representative of District Number 4, Nima County.
of state resources,
And we apologize for his late coming.
quite simply announce a naked
Since indeed the traffic of our country is a very major issue,
it testifies to the exercise of
we apologize for his late coming.
associated with responsibility.
But he's invited here.
President, since the foundation of our republic, has
He's invited here based on his impeccable role that he's playing.
president and desecrated the sacredness of the duties thereunto assigned, like
In our country as a lawmaker.
Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
That's why we invited him as an independent pundit to speak on national issues and also specifically speak on the district. Because of time,
Ceremonies to quite simply
we'll go strictly to Honorable
quest for political power.
Gompu El Kagon. Welcome to the platform Freedom Hub on Freedom FM 87.9.
Thank you, my brother. And before I proceed, let me first of all apologize to the public because I should have been here a long time, and the traffic, I've been dodging the traffic all through. It's been so difficult.
Okay.
And I end up sitting on back to reach here. So I'm so sorry for the listeners.
And I think while you are sorry to the listener, you were very humane. I think you exhibited humanity by getting on by Honorable. Because it was a life-threatening situation.
Of course, one of my friends saw me on bike and he parked a car. Said, "Mama, let me carry you." I said, "No, it doesn't mean I don't have car, but the kind of operation are getting late, so I try." But thank God I reached safely, and thank God.
I appreciate your humanity.
Yeah.
So basically, straight to business, Honorable Gompu El Kagon. Your district number 4, Nima County. We are headed for elections next year, and it is a general and presidential election where there will be senatorial candidates, there will be representative candidates, and there will be presidential candidates. What is your position as it relates to Reclamina District?
Well, thank you, and thank you for your invite. I appreciate because some of our members from the district, some constituents live uptown here, and some live around Mount Bagley, and we've been using True FM and other radio station around there.
Okay.
But I bless God that we are here today to disseminate some information to our people concerning about our district, because sometimes they might not be getting what we've been doing in the district because of their basic schedules that make them to be on the side.
Okay.
But I'm so glad I'm here at least to tell them.
And besides, Freedom FM is reaching Nima County, even your district.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, we've been playing it over and over.
Okay.
So thank you. To really start with my district, I would like to appreciate the people of the district Mafu, the district Mafu in Nima County, starting from Kokopa, going all the way ball play and Bibin play.
Okay.
Yes, my district is a very, very big district, one of the largest districts in Nimba.
Wow.
But being it very big, I think it's controllable. We're trying to control it because of the power, the energy we have. So we want to utilize it that the people of that district will see to it that yes, it's good to elect young person like Kumpu. But we are doing well, and I can name some of the development that we've been doing there so that other people who live around Broad Street, Cleary Street, Gary Street can get the full insight of what we've been doing there.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah, our district is right by the border, meaning from my district you go straight to Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay.
Yeah, the first time in my district around the Cote d'Ivoire border, they call it Boli.
So it means your district is a strategic geopolitical district.
Yes, both Manant and Kio.
Okay.
Yes, but the portion that the Dan Dalit occupies more than the side that the Manant people occupy too.
Okay.
But it started with the border of Cote d'Ivoire. The first time they called Boli. You know, during the campaign time, we were campaigning in Boli. The people requested me that yes, our son, from time to time, from 1847 up to now, we have not received anything like government project here.
Okay.
So we will not really ask you for money, but rather when you win, please come back and
do projects for us.
Yeah, and build a school.
Okay.
And now the school have been built in Boli. They call it Boli Public School.
Okay, elementary to
elementary.
Okay.
Then from Boli, you will get to the other place they call Bongapli.
Okay.
Bongapli is one of the historic area where our election saga ended.
Okay.
Yes, I think you know about that as a radio person.
Sure, I'm aware.
Yeah, Bongapli is a very big town, and we built a town hall there. You know, before then, we were having a foundation, and after when I won, they called me and we recalibrated, and I gave them 15 bundles of zinc, the wool, the zinc nail, everything, and we built a guest house. Let me say the town hall in our place, and again from the border all the way to Bio Yola, where have the clinic. The distance is very far, and the people say,
okay, the clinic was built. It was built by who?
I come in there.
Okay.
The clinic in Yola, it was built by the people of Yola, I think, through the government.
Okay.
Then from Bongapli to Yola is a very far distance, and the people asked me so that we can build a clinic there, which we broke ground, and we carry 500. When I say we, it's me in the office and the people that are invited. Carry 500 bags of cement, they call it material like wheelbarrow, different material through the instrumentality of those citizens are from Boli. This is Bongapli, because it was the Bongapli people who brought this idea that yes, honorable, you alone can build this clinic. But all of us can join hands together. And now the clinic is on construction, is moving.
Through a joint venture between you and the people there.
Yeah, even I invited one of our big brother from Nimba, Honorable Ability, and Ability went there. He did well.
Honorable Musa Ability?
Yeah, extremely well for the people of Bongapli.
Okay.
Then from Bongable, you'll get to Benelli,
Okay.
which I give them 10 bundle
Okay.
of zinc with gas so that we can build another town hall.
Okay.
Yes, we moved to Yola.
Okay.
Yola, the people asked for the extension of the clinic,
Okay.
and I give them 500 of zinc. And when I went America to visit our constituents in America, or people that are in America, they asked me what can we do, and I told them that it would be better we build a market hall in Yola, because Yola is one of the biggest market around the border. My brother, when we cross the border to get in places like Pampli, in Africa, where you will see a very beautiful market hall all over in our place. But
on the Liberian side,
you can't see one. So I told them that it would be better we make our own place to look.
Constructive jealousy.
Yeah, very great to the people too. So the people of Toakwado in America, they agree with me, and we all put what we generate the money in America, and we came down with the money, and we built in Alikoi, the market hall, and now we are at the roof level. We are preparing ourselves to zinc.
Okay.
And I built another market hall in Lawn 2. I think next week, by God's grace, we'll be zinking the zinc. Everything is in Lawn 2.
Meaning?
Even in Borplay. Yeah, and when I have meeting with the people of Borplay, I think you know Borplay. Borplay is a place where those guys crossed before.
Can you take me to those places?
Yeah, where those guys crossed before. Because when I went there, I talked to the people. I said, can we change the nomenclature? Both men say that of Borplay, where when you say Borplay, they will say, the place where Chancellor enter. So I went there, say they kind of identification for me is not good,
since there was a history that was not suitable.
So I told them we can change the particular narrative, and they said, how can we do? I said, yes, let's try to build a very beautiful school here, or auditorium where when people come from Cote d'Ivoire or anywhere, say, yeah, the place I get a beautiful school, then they agree with me. And now if you go, I came in town, I invited Dr. Goiglo, I went to Dr. Sony, the education minister, a lot of guys, I went to them.
Oh, Dr. Professor Johnson, Guaclo, Dao, and Sony.
Yeah, I went to them, and the old man, Mr. Sony, agreed, and he was so happy. We went down there extremely well. He did. He gave out 3,000 United States dollars as a happy hand. He promised a lot of things. That Gueglo too, he gave cement, and now our all the children is under construction. Personally, I built a reading room, and the children are using, I think, 4 rooms. The children are using it now, and everything is going on well. Then we moved to the place called Manda Play.
Quickly, 2 minutes.
You see, I told you I can open the line and call all over. In the district, I can challenge the district. I've been doing it, not even today. I can challenge the district. I say, let everybody call. Anybody can call from the district. There is no clan in the district that who has not carried on development. No clan. It's just like Nimba has so many times. Maybe I will forget, but one little time. I'm not basically going to say no time. No time in District 4 that people will say, Gompo and I carry zinc, or Gompo and I build school, or Gompo and I build bridge. But sometimes I can just open the line and say, anybody that there, whether oppositions or not, you can challenge me to say, Gompo, you are not reached to our town, or you are not reached to our clan. So when I start naming this thing, you just feel that I'm making morale, or is a political rhetoric that Gompo is trying to give. No.
And Honorable Kagon.
Yeah.
This is where your being here today is very much important.
Yeah.
Because we followed you, we follow your actions and inactions. Yeah. And basically, whether you are in opposition, whether you are in no position, or you are in position, we followed you and we know the reality. On that basis, based on our independence, we decided to bring you on the platform. So we are looking at the fact that you as a lawmaker, Honorable Gompo El Kagon, what have the government done in making sure that your district feels the impact of national government?
Well, thank you. I want to appreciate the national government so much because the road leading from Ganta going Secretary Tapeta Zueju,
Okay.
the people of my district are benefiting from that.
All right.
Yes, so I must appreciate the government so much because before them, for you to go to our district, you will spend like 3 days, 4 days in the mud. But now we
Wow.
experiencing quota. So our
Wow.
brothers that were born at that end, they have never seen quota before. But recent time, people using the quota, and I want to say to the central government a very big thing. Even I personally invited the president through the Minister of Internal Affairs, and they went to our village. And when the president went to our village, the president was moved by the recessions that the president saw.
Okay.
And the president, we told the president from Bopeyi to Sanikole is about 25 to 30 minutes. But because of the road being so bad up, we can use the secondary route coming Ganta, passing all the way Adekoye, so many times before getting to Sanikole.
Okay.
And you will spend like 2 to 2 hour plus.
Okay.
And from Peyi to Sanikole just 25 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
So when President went to that place, when he came there, we told him, Mr. President, the way we speaking here, people in Sanikole are getting us. But Mr. President, it's very difficult because of certain river that right here called Ya River, embarrassing us. And the president said, immediately he called upon the public work to go do the assessment. And the president then said the public work minister went there, and now everything is getting prepared because they've been there. All the technical what they're supposed to do, they have done it, and they're just waiting for drug season according to them, so that the work can go on. So we want to tell the president, thank you. Even the road passing through Campley, because I told you my district, a very big district, is almost connecting to Ganta and also Campley again. So we are benefiting the both roads, being secretary and that of Campley, but we still asking the president or the central government to at least
do more.
Yeah, do more for our people, because a lot of breaches, you know, when they talk about cocoa in Liberia, we have
Nimba County is the hub.
Yeah, besides Nimba, you know, you cannot just say Nimba. There's a special area in Nimba where have the cocoa belt.
Okay.
Because we are at the Côte d'Ivoire border. You know, when they say cocoa la Côte d'Ivoire.
Okay.
So the kind of attitude, behavior, activities in Côte d'Ivoire almost is adapted to the people of that particular.
Yes. Based on the trans relationship.
Yeah, so we don't
between we and
on our other side, we don't believe in ordinary farming.
Okay.
If you make any kind of way, you make a farm, you don't have cocoa, you are not nobody.
Okay.
So everyone is full to have a cocoa farm. So we need a good road from the Campley, passing Garpley all the way to Biogbopley.
Okay.
And that will be so pleased with the government. We will be so pleased. So I'm asking the central government to at least do some intervention from Garpley to Bopley. Even from Campley passing through Garpley, coming back, we'll be too happy with the government if that issue happens.
Honorable Gompu El Kagon, we will leave you there and take few colors, or we say 3 colors based on time.
Yeah.
And since management have accepted to allow us extra minutes, we will take few calls so our people have a say as to the relationship that Honorable Gompu El Kagon has with his people, what he's doing in Nimba County, District number 4, and also what is his relationship with the people of Liberia, the government, and those things. So on that basis, we will take calls 3 to 4, 5 callers on 0776 104 104, 086 500 104, 0770 297016. And for our diaspora caller exclusively, plus 231 86 500 104, plus 231 86 500 104. Our first caller is off the line. We'll leave this caller, we'll go to line 5. Your name? Hello? 86 500 104. For the females, 0770 297016. 0776 104 104. We'll take our first caller. Your name and where are you joining us from?
Fanny Momolo is my name. Calling from Mama Point.
Go ahead. Honorable Gompu El Kagon District for
he's my, let me say thank you to the Honorable. He's my big brother and my bossman too. And he's I got it. A super person in the district. We've been to the struggle. People been there for him.
Okay.
And we've been there for him. So I just have to say thank you.
All right. Thank you. We'll leave you and take the next caller. Your name and where are you calling us from? Hello? Hello? Your name and where are you calling us from? 20 seconds.
Thank you. My name is Mohamed Aziz. I'm calling you from District 17, Banjo to Mr.
Honorable Gompu El Kagon.
Yeah, I want to say good evening to your studio guest. Mr. Studio guest, thank you for letting we, the people that reside in Imo Soro, that don't know nothing about Nima or what is going on in Nima. But to see you, a son of Nima County, a lawmaker telling us that the president is doing well in the country, we want to tell you thank you for the information. And we are going to add our voice to your own voice to make sure we call upon the president or the central government to keep doing more, not only in Nima, but all over Nigeria. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. We'll leave you and go to line 5. Your name and where are you joining us from? Hello? Your name? This is Freedom Hub on Freedom FM 87.9. Go ahead. Your name? Hello? Your name and where are you joining us from? Hello? 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 This caller. Hello?
Hello, this is Mansisi again.
Go ahead, Mansisi. Honorable Gompu El Kagon is in studio and talking about the president's contribution in Nima County.
Okay, let me say thanks to your studio guest this evening. He has said it all. But other people in this country do not see the good of this president. For the son of the pastor of Nima County to come to Monrovia and tell the people what is authority in Nima. Let me say thanks to him. Let him consider how well he consider see what best that the president can go further. Thank you for having me. But thank you. Let God bless you.
Thank you. And he's not just a person, but he is a representative of District Number 4, Nima County.
Okay, thank you. But thank you, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Your name and where you joining us from? Our second to the last caller.
My name is Maxwell Fuller from you, Bay. I call from Carwell.
Go ahead, quickly, and we'll take our last caller.
In fact, for we are not living there, for us to know that the development are going on.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. We'll leave you and quickly take this caller. Your name and where you joining us from?
Yes, good evening to you, my brother, and good evening to my Nima County brother in studio.
Okay, your name?
Yeah, my name is Man Sarah Joe. I'm from Tapetown, but I reside in Monrovia. I'm officially in Fair Woman.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to tell you thank you ever so much, Brother Gompu, for what you have said with the president name. Because if Nima County are not very serious, they are not very serious people, whatsoever that will go there, it will go in somebody's pocket. But since it never went in anybody's pocket and you went and did the development and your praise his name, I ask that you continue to do it so our country will be better. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. We'll leave you and just squeeze in this last caller. Your name and where you calling us from?
Hello, this is Ben Easton. I'm calling you from Morrison Farm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to appreciate, I just want to appreciate the biggest lawmaker ever in Nima on Gompu El Kagon. All I think over there like the way you challenge you, it is reality that is speaking on. So I just want to appreciate you upon his hard work that is doing in this show.
Okay, we just squeezing this caller quickly. Your name and where you calling us from? Your name. Hello? Hello? We go back to you, Honorable Gompu El Kagon. Your parting comments. Our callers spoke and your response. Honorable Kagon, we squeeze this caller quickly. Go ahead. Go ahead. The people's servant is in studio and listening to you. Go ahead. Okay, Honorable Kagon.
Well, thank you. I really you wanted to give him more time, but because of the traffic, but people are still, I would say, they're still waiting to hear.
The lines are busting
from me. But I just want to tell all the young people in Liberia, not only in Nimba, that we the young people, when people give us power, I beg everyone indulgence that we do well, because if we do well, we'll open doors for other young people to come tomorrow.
Okay.
Recent time when I came from Dubai, even it's not been the voice on your platform, it might be the second or third, that representative will come here and say, you challenge me. I have 80 some more times in my district to tell the public, I've been doing it on True FM or OK FM. I always saying this when I go to the studio. I say, you challenge me. If you're from Granny, from whatsoever, challenge me to say, Gompu, I have now carried development to my place. Nobody.
Wow.
Absolutely. Even I brought 2 40 feet continuum of solar light from Bokose all the way like 80 some more time. Camping, they go there, you will see light all over.
Okay.
I brought enough light. That is why people who are very lazy, when they pace on
talks,
genetics, they were saying they continue abroad, nothing inside, so counterfeit, because they don't no face for them there. There is no space for them. So the only thing they can do now is to blackmail
and use propaganda.
Yeah. So but Black Saturday, we are offloaded. We continue. We're trying to haul everything in Nimba. Even today, some of the material going in Nimba. But I just want to urge all my friends and brothers around Monrovia, even in Liberia, to say, gentlemen, we are all young people. When the people give us power, they try to utilize it well, because when we do well, we will continue. For example, I'm still young. I don't want to call my age, but I believe if I do well, I may stay long in that power. So I'm going to protect the faces of the young people so that the power can be given to them in our country. Because
your final war on the census.
Yes, I've been all over in the district encouraging my people so that they can take care of those guys, the supervisor and other guys that are doing the census work. So at least they can be encouraged to do it, because if somebody in places like Borway and no food and no social life in Borway, so the only good thing that people can do in Webley is to give food to those children that are being assigned there.
That went to do the census.
Then they'll be encouraged to do well.
Okay.
But we've been encouraging them over and over.
To turn out?
Yeah, to turn out and register.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have to tell the world that we are so million people live in Liberia. So I just want to say thank you, because no time, and I see the light blinking all over, people standing to come say to you. So I don't want to be so curious about going. I'll go say different thing. Yeah, because the guys that are sitting behind me, they want to say that discuss their own issue. So if I rush with it, I might say different things. So thank you, and we can easily play another time. I'm back you here. I really beg you. It was just because of the traffic that made me to talk for like 10 minutes. Yes. Just imagine you gave me 1 hour from 5 to 6. And I came, and only 1 minute was a lot. So thank you. God bless you.
Yes, a representative of district number 4. Nima County, the second biggest county in the Republic of Liberia. He shared the weekend program with us, drilling us through as he relates his developmental engagements in Nima County and his close working relations with the government of the Republic of Liberia. Thank you for listening. This is Junkies Morris, your regular Friday presenter of the Freedom Hub on Freedom FM 87.9. We'll see you on next Friday. Thank you for tuning in.